Analysis paralysis, one of the biggest enemies of the creative. The amount of songs never finished, novels never written, ideas never brought to life, all because of overthinking and decisions never made. Today I want to break down why that's the case, and then I want to give you 3 practices to make this a thing of the past. And I encourage you to stay to the end because I think the bonus tip might actually be the most impactful for you today. Let's get into it. Why is this a problem in the first place? Maybe it's social media, designed to keep us hooked. Dopamine hit after dopamine hit, making real life feel dull and uninspiring. And then you add on the constant comparison. We are comparing our everyday lives to someone's highlight reel. Of course we feel untalented, we feel small, we feel like we have nothing to offer creatively. But here's the thing, this isn't a new problem. The phrase analysis paralysis was created back in 1803. And Voltaire said it best, perfect is the enemy of good. And he said that back in 1770. We grew up in a system that puts so much pressure on young people to try to figure out what they want to do when they grow up and who they want to be. As if a kid is supposed to know what he wants to do in the next 5, 10, 15 years, for 25, 30 years. And in the same way, when we become creative adults, we are hit with similar overwhelming questions. How are we going to pursue our art? How are we going to make money from our art? What is our voice actually going to say? And all these choices develop into pressure, and this pressure leaves us frozen. For me, I know I've struggled with this. Just the thought of doing something that isn't a guaranteed win is so hard for me, and this has negatively impacted my creativity. I mean, as creatives, I'm supposed to be a trailblazer. I am supposed to want to take chances. So what I want to do with you, I want to share with you some of these habits that helped me break out of this mindset and this way of thinking that helped improve my creativity for the better. Number 1, get clear. When you're not clear about why you're doing something or what you want from that thing, when things get hard, it will be incredibly easy to sabotage yourself. And let's be real, goals like being famous or making a lot of money, those don't really cut it. They don't really last. Your why must be personal. It could be to make your family proud. It could be to prove to yourself that you are capable of so much more. Or maybe you want to just know that every day you wake up and you get to create. And that thing that you create helps people feel something for the better. And you get to support yourself along the way. Whatever that reason is, that reason needs to be stronger and louder than that voice that is gonna try to tell you to quit when things get tough. That's the key. Number 2, define what's your good enough. For all my perfectionists out there, listen to me on this one. Finish doesn't mean perfection. Finish means done. And done means you're getting better. Creativity isn't supposed to be perfect in the first place. That's why we love it. Perfection doesn't exist. It's subjective. It's messy. It's emotional. All we need to do is get our work to a place that we believe in it. Get it to the 80% mark. Like the 80-20 principle says, 80% of the results come from 20% of the work. The rest, the polish, that's just perfectionism in disguise, trying to nitpick because we are scared. And to be clear, do your best work, but just set a time limit, set a deadline. And when you start getting to a place where your efforts are starting not really to show up and start to drop off, let it go. Release it, share it, and move on. Number 3, ignorance is bliss. When you're stuck in analysis, you're usually hoarding information rather than gaining experience. We want to flip the script. Ignorance is our friend. We want to dive in head first, no goggles, no safety net. We want to get really comfortable with being uncomfortable. This applies to 2 types of paralysis that are different but at the same time the same. So the first person is learning an entirely new skill. So you're watching tutorials, but you're not actually doing. And then you have the second person that already has the skills, but now you're stuck on a plateau. And instead of working through that, now you're just overthinking everything. You've probably seen that illustration of 2 guys digging for gold. One guy decides to give up, the other is inches away from getting it. Creativity is often like that. Your breakthrough is right around the corner. It's just not as soon as you think it is, but it's also not as far as it is. Keep going with it. It will absolutely happen for you. Now, here's the bonus tip. Limit your creativity. This is absolutely one of my favorites because it's so simple and it's so reliable to keep us consistent. When things start to feel overwhelming, just set a 5-minute timer, really 5 minutes. And when that timer beeps, you're done. That's all you need to do. You'd be surprised about how effective 5 minutes can be for your consistency, because really consistency is half the battle. And sometimes this may seem obvious, but it's always not so obvious with those skills that are not the primary skills. You know, I've been practicing piano for a while now, and I've actually got myself a teacher, and this has been a huge breakthrough for me. Now, I've talked about limiting my time, but this can be used in all kinds of ways. Now, you can limit yourself to use one particular key when you produce. You can use one color when you design. Maybe just starting from one different idea, one solid idea before you start. What this does is it helps your consistency again because you're not overanalyzing because you're not starting on a blank canvas. You already know the rules that you yourself put in place, so it helps you just get started much easier. We don't create to show people we can. We create because it helps us feel alive, and we want to share that feeling with others. But that can only happen if we finish. We stop overthinking and we don't let overwhelm win. Pick one of your habits today, try one of these ideas, see if they help you with your consistency. I hope you liked and subscribed, and this video brought you value. There's gonna be a lot more content about creativity, being productive within that creativity and helping you share it with the world. That's what we're here for. Go create something. Thanks for being here. Peace.